Hello, everyone. This is Ngazi Shaku Kemp again. This is video 2. Didn't think I was coming back at you, did you? Yeah. The first video was about as nurses we should protect our license. We give the best possible care as a prudent nurse, but at the end of the day, you want to protect yourself and protect your licensure at all costs. Because when it comes down to it, nobody else is going to look out for you but you. And I want to add to that comment, workplace bullying and harassment is a real deal, especially in nursing. Workplace bullying and I don't, as a nurse, it's getting worse and worse in this day and time than it ever has been before. The incident that I spoke of on the previous video with the nursing supervisor passive aggressively making me charge a unit or a floor of 30 people and give medicine with only a LPN at my side that's also giving medicine. That's not a safe combo. And to me, that is workplace harassment and bullying. Because number one, you're bullying me suggestively. You're sort of trying to bully me to work with what I have instead of giving us the support that we need in order to get the job done. That's not right. Um, and you feel like you're being bullied. And a lot of times, these places will try to bully you because they feel like you don't have anywhere to go, you don't have no means to speak up, you know, who's going to listen to you, so these issues come up and they come about. You know, it's not right to force someone to work in an environment that is unsafe for you, unsafe for the patients, and is dangerous. How can you give proper patient care if these things are not addressed? And you know, oops, sorry about that. And these people, they're not they're not trying to help you. So what do? Defend what you know is right. Document everything. Document. Make sure that you have documentation of everything that happens on a daily basis when you're on your job. Because guess what? People are not going to look out for you. You got to look out for you. Because at the end of the day, these people just trying to cover up for their own jobs, for their own desires, for their own reasons. What about you? You'll be left in the cold. Bullying and harassment on the job is a big deal. And a lot of times, people don't say anything because they're afraid of the outcomes that can happen that follows it. Know what you can do, and people tell you to follow certain guidelines to follow in bullying and harassment cases. You know, you can follow the guidelines. Learn the policy. Learn what your facility, how your facility answers to workplace bullying and harassment. Because in the previous video where the nursing supervisor is going to make you work without filling in the need for what you need to fill in for, you know, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous thing. So, and by them bullying you silently into doing it because they don't want to come out of their offices and sit out and help assist in what's needed on the units, then you feel like you're being bullied and harassed into doing a job, and you're trying to keep the patient safe. So what do you do? I would like to know in your comments, what would you do in this particular situation? What would you do if your nursing supervisor was the do or react the way my nursing supervisor reacted? Tell me in your comments, what would you do? How would you respond? How would you follow up? Because these things need to be addressed. Thank you. Bye-bye.